can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Okay. I really have no idea what's going on this morning. A lot of confusion, a lot of craziness here in the parking lot. Someone's telling somebody not to park in a parking spot that doesn't fit. I don't know what that's all about. So let's go ahead and head on. Try to get inside here. Just want to get paid to get inside. Get out of this parking lot. It's getting weird. Like the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. We buy and sell on eBay. Buy low, sell high. We're at the flea market. We're going to try to bundle as much as we can. Okay, let's get this hurry-upping. I don't know what is happening. Someone was yelping over there. I'm like, oh, I had to get my camera set up, and someone was making like a yelping sound, and somebody was stumbling out of the, I mean, I don't know. I know they sell beer here. You can get some beer right now. You get 40 right now if you want. Oh man, music as we get in. Let's get it. Come on. This is just, let's get on through here. Don't want to deal with music right now. Too early in the flea market run. Okay. All right. Hopefully I can use that footage in the beginning. But welcome everyone. We're in. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hopefully, all that craziness stays outside. What we got over here? Some bags. I have a lot of bags right now, so I think I'm gonna stay away. That is for kind of cool. Little cabbage patch. Doesn't really go for that much. Look at this right here. Armor. Legos. Like Lego Friends. We have Tupperware. I might buy these if they're clean. They're usually pretty good. You use these for all kinds of stuff. See, the one thing you want to check here is the smell, what they've been used for. Oh, kind of windy around here. What do you got here? I might get those. Definitely have a cereal type of smell to them on the inside. Epic Games. This is a video game company. This little sling bag. If I can get like a buck or two, that'd be kind of cool. Let's see what's over here. Oakley case. Doesn't have the insert. Oh, okay. Should be okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, my cart's all the way over there. How much, $2. Oh. And then how much are these guys? 2 each? Okay. Take those. Okay, put these in the cart. Finding a lot of sound machines. Okay, so we got 4 so far. Okay. Success. Lived long, laughed often, loved much. Gained the trust Appear women. The respect of intelligent man, the lovable children, failed his niche and accomplished his task. Unknown author, it says. Interesting. Ooh, that's heavy. We'll get that. Why not? That'll be. The Sentinels of the Multiverse. Let me look that up. Okay, we're going to take the Tupperware. The Tupperware $3 each. The games aren't going to be worth it, but we have something's in my face. The 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 11. That's 11. 14. 14, and then plus 6. Okay, good. So we got 20. All right, cool. Okay, I'll take all the Tupperware. So I got the Tupperware, then the other items. It's really $20. Pretty cool.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. All right, thank you. I think it might have been off by $2, but it's all good. Okay. I think I so. 2, 4, yeah. Yeah, pretty sure we did. All right, let's see what else we can find around here. Let's music today. It's actually a nice cool day, thankfully. Nice and cool today. Yesterday was a bit out of control. Although it's not a flea market day, so we weren't in the sun. Okay. Vintage postcards. It's a nice breeze. All right, let me pause it here. Okay, we're moving on here. Hopefully there's not much music on this side, but I picked up these headphones here. Jabra, talked about it before. Wireless, USB. They pay $10. I wanted to pay a little bit less because the wireless headphones for some reason are just not moving that well right now. Maybe it's the time of the season. Maybe too many layoffs happening in the corporate world. I don't know. It hasn't been doing very well. So if it was just going to be sitting around, I don't want to tie up $10 in that. I could have used that somewhere else. But it is a good pair of headphones and should sell around $50. Make an offer. Todo.
Make an offer on everything or
Everything?
Or whatever you want.
Okay.
All these cars or all these cars.
Let me see. Can I open it? Okay. This is a famous Oh, there's two of them here. Look at this.
Ah, qué belleza, Dios.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
Okay.
Any keyboards?
Strong.
Oh, yeah. Any keyboards or anything, or computers?
No hard.
No? No, okay.
Take it, take.
Okay. Tower of Power. Got some shoes, Nikes. Yeah,
My friend.
big size.
Amigo.
Lagerburger. Yeah.
No, thank you. It's cheaper than the price. I need 20.
I'm gonna look on those cameras over there. Don't really see anything over here. Nirvana Classic. Ooh, that disc does not look good.
No, it's 20, right?
Yeah, here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No problem. Okay. Nope. No. Winkle. Another one of these. Some brass bottle openers. Sharp. I'm missing the pin. Journal. Little deck of cards. How much on that right there? The little pin.
Okay. ¿Este quiere este?
Huh?
¿Lo quiere este comprar?
Yeah, how much?
Me jodieron.
$5 for the Rolling Stone pin. Put it in the pocket here so I don't lose it. American Bandstand. I mean, there's a lot of it's like music stuff here. A lot of books and magazines. I mean, I did a quick glance of everything. It's probably not worth it. It's pretty good. $5 for the Rolling Stone pen. Probably overpaid for it, but I'm guessing anywhere between 10 and 15. I'll probably price it at 15 and sell it anywhere between that. It's a tiny little item. It's a classic, iconic, you know, Rolling Stones emblem, I guess. Emblem? Or their logo? There were some Warhammer figurines over there. They wanted $60. There was quite a few of them. I was thinking or hoping they would come in around 50 and then I'd feel comfortable countering about 40 on it. However, it came in higher than I thought. I might, at the end, as I'm walking away, make an offer on it, but we'll see. And I'll show you guys. Okay, let's see what's here. Excuse me, pardon me. I've seen those glass things again. I saw the Millie Flory, which I just dropped a video. The time we filming this for me was today, a Wednesday. So this lottery, California lottery, hidden treasure, scratchers, how to play hidden treasure. That's interesting. It's kind of cool.
$5.
$5? That's interesting.
You're not gonna find that anyplace else.
Nah.
It's from the 80s when they first started the lotto.
Really? Oh, interesting. Are they all the same?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll think about that.
I don't know if it's from the 80s, but
All right. Cool. Thank you. How much for these toys here?
that's 15.
15 each?
Two are 15 up. And a 10. 10.
Okay.
Give me 40 for all of them.
All right, cool. I'll think about that for sure. Thank you.
Give me 35, give them all. Last chance.
Check the fire the phone, you know.
I was thinking like $5 a piece, but if no, it's okay. It's all right, no problem. No worries. I knew it. Yeah. All right, let's keep moving on. All right. I just picked up a little stuffed Ewok there. Sealed electronic organizer. Little sealed organizers slash organizers, calculators, game, like old electronic games, those little sealed ones like that. Little blister packs. If they're sealed, they usually do pretty well. That should be about $20-ish on eBay. That's all we should get for that. Some of the electronic games, I've sold one I picked up here for like $1, and I ended up selling for 90. Little weightlifting belt. There's a graphics card right there.
Look for sticker. No sticker. Huh? No sticker. How much it? How much now?
Give me 30.
No.
Oh my God.
No, we're not.
Next
No.
week, you said
Yeah, last
40.
week. Last week different. No.
Tortillas. How much for this guy? 10? Okay.
It's 45. Only 45.
Nobody.
Next week, then I'm 40. You. Oh, no. 30?
No more.
Okay. Let's keep moving. $10 for an old graphics card. It's who knows if it works. It's basically throwing money down the toilet because you don't know. Destro. That's cool. How much for this guy?
5.
5? I'll take it.
No le he calado yo. Es antiguo, es viejito. Por ese quiero 20.
Here you go. Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, it was chipped, but I think it's cool enough to overcome it.
Central Park ahí en Salinas.
¿Ese?
Ahí tenían uno de esos, antiguo.
Ya, no, ese lo agarré ahí. Un vato lo estaba dando en 35, ¿no? Le dije, no, pues no puedo.
Es de metal, ¿verdad?
Lo hicieron.
Una chipintadita bien machina ese. Uy, necesito uno detallarlo bien bonito. Con airbrush. ¿Se lo pinto?
¿Con el pan?
¿Qué color lo quiere? Como un tren de original, ¿verdad? Tengo gun y tengo airbrush.
Primo, ahorita paso por él.
Sí, está bien.
Cargando?
Ajá, está bien. Si lo vendo en 10, lo voy a dejar ahí. No, está bien.
¿Cuánto vas a poder cuando cargar?
Pues va a ser pintura de tren, ¿verdad? Pues puede ser una pintura de carro. También tengo todos los colores. Pero vamos a tener que detallarlo bien.
Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, so I didn't film for a little bit because there was music and there was a deal that they did not want filmed. It's not my deal, but somebody else's deal. I was at the table. But this is what we picked up. We got all these little vintage horses. Got a Nike. This is a Nike SB hat, so $15 for all that. I don't know. I got this old PC game. Not really sure if that's good or not. However, this Call of Duty, while the box is open, the CD part is still sealed on the inside. And I got both of those for 10. I'm pretty sure that will be a good deal. I didn't look anything up, but Call of Duty, the original Call of Duty, that's a classic for PC. All right, I'm gonna go check out this. I'm gonna check out over here, and then I'm gonna go check to see if the Warhammer figures are still there. I'll see if they're still there, and if they are, I'll make an offer. Oh wait, hold on, stand by. For the figures, can you do $40 on those, on all of them? Is that okay?
Give me 50. I'm selling 65 to the people.
Yeah.
I can give for 50 all of them.
Ah, man.
Yeah. That's a good deal. There's a lot.
I mean, I hate.
I'm selling cheap already.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but can you do 45 by chance? I know it's only $5, but 45?
What, 7?
Yeah, let's do it. That's fine. Yeah, let's do it. All right, cool. Let's see. Here's one. Yeah, there's 7, and then there's 47.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, have a good day. Dang, someone's music is just bumping over there. But, all right, so we made the deal for the Warhammer figures. A little bit more than what I really wanted to pay, because I do believe that the whole collection, if I were to sell everything, would probably bring around $100-ish. Definitely not going to sell the case with it, because the case, the dimensions would throw everything off. But I'll double check to see if it is. Oh, let me go check it out. Hold on. Okay, so one of the vendors is calling me over there to look at a pocket watch, and he was joking. He said $1,000 at first. I knew he was joking about that, but he wanted $30. It was Arizona Jean Company, and maybe about 20 bucks. It was in good condition. I offered him 10 just because, you know, he was calling me over to look at it, and he was, I guess, holding it for me, maybe. Either way, like I was saying about the Warhammer figures, we're gonna head on out of here. There's nothing much that way. Like I was saying about the Warhammer figures, maybe about $100 is what we're looking at for all of them. Individually, I could probably get more for them. I'm gonna look into it, scan them, see what they look like, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, stay tuned for the end. Okay, we're starting something a little bit different. Welcome to the end of the video, everybody. And today is, for me, 4th of July, and our Goodwills run a sale at 4th of July. Usually 35% off donated goods in the morning. They open at 8 o'clock, a little bit earlier than normal, and run about 35% off till about midday. Then it drops to about 25%, and got some great stuff. I mean, this is just a small portion of what we got. Let me flip the camera around really quick here. So, great Lego sets. I'm gonna do a follow-up video, not on the main video, but I'll do a follow-up video, something about niching down, and, you know, because I was able to, there was a lot of stuff, a ton of stuff. I got a hot tip that a collector donated a huge collection of items to this one Goodwill, and it was a lot of just, not just Star Wars like you saw here, not just Legos. I didn't even know there were Legos, mostly action figures, and you know, how I, you know, my strategy and what I did, because there were a lot of people waiting. Typically there aren't lines at our Goodwills, you know, when they open. However, on sale days, there are people that are waiting. And a lot of people were already there, already talking, you know, about getting in there, and, you know, what they're looking for and pick up. And so I wasn't the only one with the tip. You know, other people heard about it as well too. You know, it was a huge collection. I didn't realize how huge it was. Mostly modern stuff. But I'll talk about that in another video. Probably a Saturday bonus video is what I'll do, addressing that. But cool stuff. Star Wars, Legos. I'm just going to show you my favorite piece here, and, you know, it's going to be a struggle for me I'm going to keep it or not keep it. But actually, of this, it's actually a Marvel set that's actually one of my favorites. One that I wanted. I remember seeing this actually at Disneyland when the movie originally came out. They had this set out there. I never picked it up at that time because I wasn't a huge Marvel Lego collector. I do have the minifigure from here. I think I have a variation of Ant-Man, but not this one here. And this set used to go for upwards of $200 or so. It has come down. It's still well above what the original price was. I think this was around $25 or $30 for the set, and it still goes for about $100. Brand new, that is. Brand new. This is open, of course, and a lot of these sets were. So I'll address all that in another video. But just because I'm trying to keep these videos short. So great items, and let's go ahead and get into the what sold. It is hot out here. We are experiencing a heat wave. You guys are, looking at. If you guys pay attention to the weather around the country, I'm on the West Coast, so we are experiencing a bit of a heat wave, which we are not accustomed to around here. Usually closer to August. It's really starting early, so hopefully August is a little bit cooler. We will see. Okay, but first thing is a Winnie the Pooh. This is actually Eeyore. And this is a VHS with a plush set. I picked these up at the Goodwill, and they were like $3.39 or 59 cents. They were under $4, and definitely not meeting a profit margin. But I knew I could sell these things. They're really cool, vintage Disney stuff. And so I kind of just had to pick them up. There was actually 3 of them that I got. And 2 of them actually already sold. I forgot what characters they were that sold already. I know one of them was Piglet. But this one I had left, and I sold for $19.71. If you guys look at the data, if you look at the sell-through rate, you would see the sell-through rate is very poor. However, they were priced up pretty high. Everyone had them priced around $30 or $40, which, in my opinion, these really weren't worth it based on just, the history of me selling stuff. And so I knew they were probably going to go for around $20, and I figured under $4 was going to be okay profit because they were brand new sealed. I thought they were cool, easy to picture, easy to store, easy to ship, and so sure enough, they all sold fairly quickly. The other 2 sold faster. This one took a little bit longer to sell, but it still sold. So that's a cool sale. Then let me get my phone going here. Coin sorters. If you're not picking up coin sorters, you should be. Coin sorters sell. I even have a manual one right now that I posted just recently. It has a little crank and it sorts all your coins for you. People still like these. People still buy them. I was actually, when I had the manual one, because I was testing it, I had a bunch of change for my daughter, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and sort these. Test it. I was just sitting there, just sorting coins, and it was just something very, I don't know, just relaxing about it. So maybe that's why they're so popular. I don't know. But coin sorters, if you find them, pick them up. They do really well. This one was brand new. There are electric ones. I've had trouble with electric ones, and they're not working. So just be aware of that. You don't want to pay too much because they're generally going to sell for around the $20 or $30. So I would keep it under $5, especially the electric ones. Most of them are electric that are out there, because you're not going to know if they work. And they usually take unusual batteries as well too, like C's. The last electric ones I had, they took C batteries. So I don't know. I usually don't keep C batteries on hand, but I do now. So. Or I do since I've been, picking up things that require C batteries. So that's pretty cool. So look out for coin sorters. People still look for them. Also, dollar counters as well too. I've personally never seen any, but they do really well and they sell for quite a bit. Okay, now watch brand you should look out for. I do like selling watches, and I do sell a lot of watches, and this is another brand to look out for. It's one I have not picked up before, and I actually spotted this over at a Savers. It was $2.49. We got it for a little bit less than that, just because we get a 20% discount at Savers if you have a coupon. Make sure to donate, bring some sort of donation, donation to Savers when you go in, so that way you can get a coupon. Article of clothing, I don't know. Sometimes I donate stuff. They don't see me donate, and I still ask for a coupon. So like, how do they even know if I donated something or not? You know, but donate something to get a coupon. Yeah, I have a whole stash of coupons, by the way. Every time I go, I like just donate something. You know, there's something to donate. We have kids. There's always something to donate. So I picked up the Nixon watch. One of the telltale signs of a Nixon watch, because at first glance it doesn't really necessarily look like anything. It looks like every other silicone, Target branded watch, whatever. But it has a weight to it. There is a pretty significant weight compared to other watches. So if you pick it up, if you lift it up, you're gonna feel that it's a bit heavier than just a plastic watch. It is stainless steel underneath the rubber or silicone, and it'll actually say Nix on the back as well too, and it'll say what model it is. This was the minimal model, and generally they'll sell for around $15 to $20. I did take an offer. I priced it at $20, and then someone shot me an offer for $15. I was like, sure. I got it for close to $2, and it's just a quick sale. And it sold within about 2 or 3 days of me listing it. So very quick, and it did work. I do carry on the subject of batteries again. I do carry a huge stash of batteries when it comes to watch batteries, small batteries, and actually, where I got the most batteries from were from a garage sale. As a matter of fact, someone had just a big stash of batteries, and I just bought a whole bunch at one time, and I still have some from that sale. Obviously, I've used up some, and then I'll pick them up on Amazon. Amazon's usually the best when it comes to watch batteries and getting just a big lot of them. You don't want to buy like one or two. If you buy one or two, it's going to cost you like $2, $3, $4. So you want to just try to buy in a big lot, and I generally buy off-brand when it comes to batteries, just because I'm just using it to test things out. Usually inside a watch, I'll actually just go ahead and throw a new battery in there, and test it out. Or sometimes I'll just test it, and then I'll take the battery out and just say, hey, you gotta test. It's not gonna come with a battery. It needs to be replaced. With the Nixon watch, it was really easy to actually replace that battery. It's just a 4 screws, which is even better than just ones that snap into place. Because sometimes the ones that snap into place, I have a proper tool like that to kind of wedge it and pop it off. And then some of them, once you start to get more higher end, then they're kind of like a screw back, and some of them require a specialized tool. I know there's like a friction sort of kind of like a what do you call it, like a grip ball. It's like a friction one that you can use that can help you to remove backings on batteries as well too. I've seen that used before. But if you do want to sell batteries, if you do want to sell, you can sell batteries. If you do want to sell watches, I definitely recommend getting a watch kit. Get one on Amazon. Keep a stash of batteries as well too, so that way you can, when you sell it, you can sell it as tested and working. Because I'll sell stuff without batteries. So, as a matter of fact, someone messaged me. I sold the watch, and I said, works, tested, but does not come with a battery. And they bought it, and they messaged me something kind of weird. They sent a message saying, I took it in to get a battery. Everything works great. Loved the watch. It costs. They were from Canada, so it costs some. Prices in Canada I think are pretty high. It costs like $43 or something. I was like, wow, that's kind of a lot to replace a battery, in my opinion. And they said, before I leave feedback, what do you have to say to that? And I'm like, I hope you really enjoy the watch. I've had batteries replaced at a watch dealer in our local mall, and I believe it was right around $20-ish or so to replace a battery, which is still expensive in my opinion, but I just said, okay, that's kind of high. In our area, it's $20-some, and that was it. Then they said thank you, and they left positive feedback. So that was kind of weird. Otherwise, happy 4th of July, post 4th of July, or I hope you guys celebrated 4th of July and had a nice, safe holiday. And thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up button to like the video, subscribe, comment down below, bell notification to get notified when these videos drop, and that's it. See you in the next video.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everyone, welcome to the video and welcome to the Goodwill. That's where we're going into. We're going to the Goodwill right now. One of our usual spots, one of the smaller Goodwill. Oop, that's going down. What's going on with the camera here? It's like it's not catching everything, right? I don't think so. Oh well. See, look, it's way off. It's not tracking my face. What's to track my face? Okay. We're gonna go into Goodwill and we're gonna try to find items to flip, primarily on eBay, of course. I'm just gonna say eBay from now on, just eBay. That's where we're gonna sell items at. Buy low, sell high is the name of the game. Please like the video, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. But let's go see what we can find. All right, here we are inside Goodwill. There's already a score, which I'll show you a little bit later. I didn't even look it up yet. But my wife and my son is here again today with us. Found some dance shoes, brand new. Look at this cross right here. I was attracted to the clarity of the glass. There's the price right there, $7.59. It's in great condition. I don't know. It's not signed, but I think due to the what do we got here? There's some issues. That like scratched or just? Oh no, it's just like wax or something on it. Yeah, that could be cleaned up. It's not signed or anything, but I think that's a good deal for $7 or $8, I should say. Let's put it in the cart. Okay. Subject matter, the clarity of the glass. Crystal glass, if we want to say it. I don't really like to call it crystal glass because it's not a crystal, technically. What else we got around here? Nice little horse here. That's super light piece. Okay, keep on moving. What we got over here? There's that cat. Oh, we got a little. Oh, that's cool. Paperweight. We have this is Sea Poot Group. For $3.39, we'll pick that up for sure. We put this out here like that. There's this cat. I mean, I would like to. It's $16 now. I've seen that before already. I think I've showed it on video as well too. So there's nothing else really down here. Okay, let's keep on moving. This is interesting. Got a little decanter thing right now. Okay, let's keep moving. This is where we're making our way. They're currently stocking shelves right now, so that'll be nice. Maybe there's nothing really down there. Stop moving. The cart keeps rolling. Interesting necklace. Don't think it's really worth that much though. And not really seeing much here on the jewelry. We got some belt buckles, but that Budweiser one looks kind of cool. They might be priced up too much though. You really want to pay about $2-3 for a belt buckle. Maybe I'll take a look at it if I see anything else here. RTI coolers. I don't know what that is. Overbuilt, not overpriced. MagSafe airline adapter. Those little cars. It looks like one of those Chevron cars, which are not really worth it. Man, I think it's jam-packed full of stuff down here. But I'm not really seeing. There's those baskets. They're still there. What's that Miko? $75 though is what they want for that guy. Okay, let's keep moving towards the back. Okay, well, we made our way back to the electronics section now. And yeah, first glance, I'm not really seeing anything here. This is a USB adapter, something similar here. I got this clear see-through casing on them. Keyboards, sort of Fitbit, something's ringing. This is here. Okay. Okay, hold on. All right. I have this Fitbit scale, and they only go for like $15-ish. We're not going to pass that. That's brand new sealed still. Oh, 16. Nope, can't do that. And we can't do that because it only goes for about 20. So, something of interest. Coaxial to Ethernet adapter. Just rolling out an AC unit. That would be useful right this time of year. It's down there. Catch my eye. Not sure. It's not metal or anything. Alright, let's go try out the toys. Alright, so we just pull this out of the cart. That should be pretty good right there. About 30 to 40-ish dollars. I look at these Empire State coasters. Empire State coasters. However, they just rolled a new cart out. So I'm going to take a look. Okay. The other one there's 16. That's gonna be too much. We got Star Wars. No. Warcraft dudes. Okay. We'll look into that. And then tarot cards. Okay. Let's go this way really quick. Oh, look at that. We have a new card over here. And I don't see really anything on here. Yeah. Some glasses. I'll put it over here on this side. Let me just kind of. It's about. Nope. 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 Leave that behind. A cool little jewelry box. Looks like a Fenton piece. Carnival glass. Crate and barrel. What is this? Crate and barrel plates. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Alright, let's see how much it is. $8 first. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go back and check out the toys a little bit more, but we'll wait till it kind of clears out a little bit. There's some people over there right now. And I really just don't want to be in the way. Okay, don't see anything. Okay, let's go around to the clear. Okay, I already looked at the clear glass and it wasn't very good. Which typically pretty hit or miss. 4-pack. Okay, let's move over. We're gonna head over towards the bag, backpacks, and things like that. And straight over there. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Look at that thing. Look at that down there. Oh my God. That's pretty cool. Got a spot to lock your feet in and everything. Nope. Oh, what's going on there? Camera's getting weird again. There's a AC unit there. Oh. Probably a really good price. Don't need one though. And all right, we're in the wallets. Which I've said it hasn't been very good as of late. You know, I haven't really been able to find anything. And it's not just here at this one. It's every, you know, thrift store I go to, or even at the flea market. Just hasn't been good for wallets, I should say. Okay. Okay. The back, I really don't want, you know, the problem with backpacks is photographing them, yeah, because they're also like awkward size, shape, and shipping them out. Not really a big deal. I mean, if you have the proper packaging material, it's just kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. And most of them go in, like, I have large padded poly bags that they can go in. And most do fit that, but looks pretty robust here. I have some Patagonia ones that still haven't moved. Waiting for the Western Pack. Let's go JanSport knockoff. All right, let's go check out the purses. I haven't been able to check out the purses on camera as of late because there have been people there. Well, last time I think there were a bunch of big family trying on things. Okay, let's yeah. Alright, shoes. What are these? Under Armour shoes. Nice. $8 isn't bad. Let's go around this way. Here's the little little hideaway, I thought. But I guess not.
No, not chicks. They're skins of snake.
Okay, let's move on down. I'm going to try the hats. Okay, we're circling back around here. These World of Warcraft ones are not going to be worth it. So we're definitely going to put those back. No. Okay, we're about to wrap up the day here, and my wife found pillows, Lily Pulitzer. We're probably looking like between $30 to $40 a pillow here, so that'd be pretty cool. But the cool find of the day, hold on, while I silence my phone. The really cool find of the day are these dance shoes right here. They're all new with tags. Boom. $16.89 is I'm going to pay for each. We have 4 pairs in there, and if you guys are involved or have your kids involved in dance, look at the camera's not going to find it. It's called Werner Kern. If you're involved in dance, kids involved in dance, you'll know how much dance shoes actually go for. My wife is still pulling out more pillows here. I don't know. What is this? This also? Okay, right there. Lily Pulitzer is what we want here, what we're looking for, and we're finding them here. Okay, these are really expensive. They have tags. They go for about $100 on eBay. I mean, brand new, they're probably like $250, like if you're buying from a retail outlet. Otherwise, we're gonna head on out of here. We're gonna pull all the rest of the Lily Pulitzer pillows out, and it's Chick-fil-A night, so we're gonna go with Chick-fil-A. I might be looking at the screen too much and not actually at the camera, so if you see my eyes looking weird, I'm looking at the trying to look at the camera. Okay, well, stay tuned for the end. We'll do a recap and what's sold. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Goodwill. You know, that's one of our regular spots, one of our regular Goodwills. We hit that Goodwill, you know, pretty regularly. It is a smaller Goodwill, but as you can see, it is packed full of items. And that's the way it always is. It's always jam-packed full of stuff. I mean, you see it in my videos all the time. How much stuff is just packed in on the shelves there at that one. So, it does really, you know, sometimes, you know, I just don't find anything, or I just don't see anything that's worth it. And then some days, you know, you just get a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, we didn't grab like a ton of items, but we got some good quality items. And, you know, at the end of the video, I said those shoes were probably going to be the best score. Actually, it turns out those pillows were pretty good, and they're selling for right around $30 each. So that's pretty good. Lily Pulitzer is a good name, and that we found Lily Pulitzer jewelry, and it sold pretty well. The mugs, they don't do that great. I believe it comes out of Target, if I'm not mistaken. Though, I think I've seen it at TJ Maxx as well too. I'm not 100% sure if it. I know I've definitely seen it at TJ Maxx. Not 100% sure if it came out at Target. I have not seen Lily Pulitzer at Target recently. But those pillows, you know, really nice pillows. There's nothing, you know, the quality isn't really there. And I've talked about, you know, the feel of items and, sometimes, when I'm walking through purses, I'm just strolling through the purses and I'll come across one that'll be like, hey, what's up with, that felt kind of different, that, the leather felt good. Hobo purses and wallets, they usually have a very, very soft leather, and it's very, very easy to notice when you feel when you pick it up and you feel it, it's like, oh, I know what this is. Just like glass and pottery, it definitely has a feel to it when it is more premium. These pillows, they don't feel very premium to me. Just kind of like canvasy, kind of rough, but then again, they're just decorative pillows. It's not really meant to be laying on or sitting on, but they're really cool, and they are selling surprisingly. So we did get several pillows, and they are moving, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's get on to the what solds. I have some unique ones here as well too. Where are we going here? Okay, here we go. So everything will appear right over here to my right, but right off the bat we have Tesla. Now Tesla cars, everybody knows Tesla now. It seems like everybody in California has a Tesla, but this is a phone charger, and I'm not sure if it's wireless as well too. When you put your phone on top of it for wireless connecting or wireless charging. I'm not 100% sure, but a really cool charger. It's Tesla. It's branded Tesla. I sold the Tesla. Some of the Teslas have the emblem on the back, dual motor. And I sold an OEM of that as well too, that sticker part. So anything Tesla does really well. I know I've sold some other, some Tesla hats. The shirts don't really seem to do that well, but Tesla hat, as far as the merch goes, seems to do okay. This is the first time I come across the charger, and it sold for $25, so not a bad sale. I think I got that at the flea market if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so another cool, unique item. No, not super unique, but it is a clutch purse. And I do tend to pick up these department store branded ones. This is from the Emporium, if anybody remembers that, over in our city here in San Jose. The Emporium was over at East Ridge Mall, and I remember walking in there with my parents or my grandmother. And they always had hundreds and hundreds of lights, just white lights, all up on the ceiling as you enter in. And I always remember that, and it always felt like you're going somewhere like Chuck E. Cheese, or you're going somewhere cool as a kid, and then you walk in and it's like, oh, it's Emporium. But those lights always caught me, and I was always like enamored or enthralled with the lights. And think I'm going. I knew I was going to the mall, so I was like, all right, eventually I know we're going to walk into the mall. We're not going to stay here at Emporium the whole time. We're eventually going to get in there, and then, either go to the shoe store. And that's when they used to have, in our area, in California, I should say, I don't think they can have pet stores in malls anymore. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know all the areas, they took out all the, pet stores in our malls around here. But I remember back then there used to be a pet store as soon as we exited the Emporium. And, of course, as a kid, you want to see all the animals. So I always tend to pick up, these department store branded items, and they do really well. Nordstrom leather purses leather wallets do incredibly well. I haven't found any purses, but wallets I've bought and sold before from Nordstrom. And this was an Emporium. Of course, I'm thinking Emporium takes me back to my childhood. It was nice. It was beaded. Had a copper brown look to it. Evening bags we threw in there as well too for our keywords. And it sold $20. So, these clutches, wallets. Had a sudden tickle in my throat there. But these, like I was saying, these, wallets and everything, they generally do really well if you can identify and get the right brands, such as these department store ones. I mentioned Hobo before. Fossil ones do really well. So just keep your eye out, and clutches, wallets. And as far as the quality, again, going back to the quality of items. There's a feel, there's a quality as you pick up items and you're looking at them. Brighton is another great one to look out for, and it has, once you pick up a Brighton, it's like, boom, then you start identifying them one after another, like, that's a Brighton, that's a Brighton. I just picked up a Brighton purse not too long ago either, or 2 days ago, I think it was now. And I picked it up not even knowing it was Brighton, and I was like, oh, this actually feels a bit, I picked it up and I was like, I didn't think it was anything of it, but then I was like, wait a second, this is a Brighton purse. So, okay, another really, really cool one, and this is a photo album scrapbook. But what was really cool about this is it had a copper plate on the front. It wasn't a very thick copper, but a little copper plate in front. It was embossed, and it had a picture from Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, and it had the, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's I believe it's pronounced Hagia Sophia, or Eye of Sophia. And so a very iconic building, if those of you know your history, Istanbul was the former capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, founded by Constantinople. No, founded by Constantine, Emperor Constantine. It was named Constantinople. Then they later became known as the Byzantine Empire once the Western Roman Empire fell. Then Justinian had Emperor Justinian had this this building constructed, and it was known as the Eye of Sophia. Really cool. I just thought it was really cool. I was able to identify it as soon as I saw it. I picked it up. It was $1 at the flea market. It's sold for $25. So just a really cool leather copper book. A little bit of history in there as well too. So nice sale right there. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys appreciate this kind of new, shorter style video. Just trying to make things a little bit shorter. It helps me, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content as well too. We don't get so much of the just the reseller talk, I guess. If you guys are just here just to watch the shopping, and I'll throw the reseller talk in, sprinkle it in throughout the week when I come up with topics. Otherwise, I appreciate it if you subscribe down below and hit the thumbs up to like the video. Hit the bell notification to get notified when I drop these videos. Pretty consistent with Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the regular Goodwill flea market trips. And then I'll sprinkle in a couple of talking points like I said earlier. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the video, what I picked up in the video. Let me know what you guys think of the Goodwill. Goodwill's my area. They are, compared to other Goodwills I've seen online, I know that the sourcing here is a little bit better than other places. And, allows me to do, what I do. And hopefully you guys are learning something and learning what to pick up, or if you're here for entertainment, I hope this is entertaining for you. And that's it. End of the video. Catch you guys in the next one.
They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. We're at Goodwill again. Looking for items for eBay. Buy low, sell high. Like the video by hitting the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Let's get in there, see what we can find. Okay, it's just insane busy here today. I don't know what's going on. There's no sales happening or anything, so we're gonna bounce out to another one. But I did find this golf trainer, $4 and something cents. Just over like $40. One thing I do need to do is order more golf size boxes. I really haven't replenished my supply of those since I ran out of golf clubs, basically. Sort of inlay box. May or may not be silver. Interesting. Hold on. Okay, the lid on that thing was completely warped and messed up, so we will not be picking that up. I'm trying to stick to get to the aisles that aren't popular. Popular ones are the electronics, tools, toys, clothing, glass. They do have a bunch of action figures up in the glass. I'll probably try to get a quick shot of it before I walk out, but overpriced from what I saw. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go towards the mugs. glass chipped up. No. And nothing really here. Okay. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, if the mic sounds a bit different, this is where the music is. So hopefully it doesn't pick it up too much. But quickly look at the mugs really quick before we head out of here. Teacups, we don't mess with those really. I see a Black Panther over there, and I see nada. Okay, let's move around, swing around. Right over here, miscellaneous stuff. We have glass. Oops, kind of cool. Very real. It actually might be a real calculator, but no, we're not gonna mess with that. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm trying to move quick just so I can quickly move down the line. I don't know. I don't see any regular resellers here. A lot of, different people here today, so not the usual crowd that I'm used to. So I don't think I'll move on down to the other Goodwills. This is a candle capper. Oh, heads are chopped off. That's not gonna work. Okay, really quickly scan the clear glass. Quickly, so an etch basket. Nothing really that great there. Okay, let's go check out these carts and I'll see what we find. Okay, I just quickly looked these up because I'm not 100%. I haven't looked them up for a long time. But some Red Lobster glasses, and Red Lobster's been in the news as of late due to their bankruptcy stuff. Are these Red Lobster? Okay, I was only going to get them if there was more in a set. Let me just scan those. I don't know if those are red. This is a Red Lobster. It's kind of cool. I might just get it just because it's definitely different, a little more intricate. I was hoping that those ones down there were also good. Hold on, let me just scan those really quick now. Okay, those are Red Lobster. What are they? $1.89. We'll pick them all up for that price. And then bundle them up, and then let's see, 2, 4, 6. Like probably for all of those, maybe about $30-ish what we're looking at. Kind of catch that hype right now that because it's in the news, get kind of like free advertising for it. So not Rainforest Cafe. No. I'm trying to find another one of those older ones, but I don't see anything more. All right, let's get out of here and let's move on with what we got. Okay. We are at level number 2, and we have a cart. Is the cart there? We got over here. Roku 2. That might be okay. I don't know, about $16 though. For a coating wand. Okay, the glass doesn't really look great. I don't see anybody using this cart. So we'll commandeer that. There were no carts already, so let me turn on the mic. Hold on. Okay. Oh man, I see bins, a bunch of bins. Just go look. Come by here. Okay, let's look. Okay. Definitely looks like, hopefully we'll find some stuff here. Or better item. I mean, we found some stuff already, but can't close it now. It's official. It's not official Crocs. No, not that. Okay. Doesn't look very good right off the top, on the surface, that is. What do we got here? Whatever it is jiggling around in there. Let's go check the shelves. Hold on. Okay, nothing there, nothing really there. This looks like. Not a good seller. Those look like Starbucks. Is that brass? Maybe. A mushroom. We'll sell pepper shakers. Okay. See if there's another one of those bowls. See if we can find another one of those. This is closing A, yeah. Probably closing A. You can tell with the gold and painted in, not for food use. Andrea. Yeah, it's not going to be really worth too much. See if we can find one of those bowls. That would be interesting. Like a matching pair. Here's another. Close name. It's not very good. Oh, another card over here. Try this card. Another pottery or glass cart. Let's go take a look. So please don't know, it's Taylor NG. That one there's on the cart, Taylor NG. I believe chat, like the mugs with that cat symbol, you just say the chat. I recognize the cat right off the bat, so definitely look out for it. I'll look it up just to be sure, but I've never sold the bowls, dog bowls. Okay, let's go. Okay. Here we got made it to the toy section. This toy section is pretty empty. Now, there were no carts in the front when I first got into this Goodwill, but that's not abnormal for this Goodwill. They really don't have that many carts here, so I didn't really see that as a potential, like, you know, oh, it's crazy busy in there. That's not out of the ordinary. So, I have a lot of carts out, which is good. A good sign. I'm gonna wait for the carts to get, you know, for the top layer to kind of get peeled away, and then I'll start going back over there and looking. As I say, it looks familiar, but just a Fiesta, which you wanna probably not pick up. I don't think Fiesta. I've never come across a Fiesta plush that's really good. This is the miscellaneous area. This would be considered a baggy wall. Butterfly drawer liner. Not seeing anything here. This is no, it's not anything. Okay, and then right over here. So, okay, right. Let's take it down, nothing there. Okay. Had that like Amazon looking tag on it, so bypass that. It just caught my eye for a second. And I have sold those before. They're not very quick, and I'd only want to pay like $1 for it because of that. So I'm gonna leave that behind. This is a Plantronics, but $16.89. I don't think it's a good Plantronics, though. You guys see me pick up Plantronics. This is Turtle Beach, which is kind of what the heck. Hold on. That is not Turtle Beach. This is a Turtle Beach sticker on it, but it's a Brookstone. Some sort of speaker. It's really messed up. Oh, they've been remodeling here. Changing it up a bit.
Showcase assistance, please.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm intrigued. I was going to say, because this aisle looks well sparse electronic, but it is a Tuesday, so Senior Tuesday, and they tend to do a lot of what do you call it? Not reorganizing, but cleaning the shelves. I'm gonna look at this really quick. Okay, I might do a little bit more research, but I can't find this exact model. However, let's see what the price is really quick. $22. So we definitely have to look this one up and open it up and take a peek. I don't know. Some of the other models around $200-ish. Ooh, but does it work? Look at this. Just some headphones. I thought maybe it was some sort of sleeping aid or something. Okay. End cap. Okay, we have a lot of their what do you call it? Shooters or shot glasses here in this section. We're about to head into the sporting goods, which there is a speaker, and I'm hoping if I just keep talking, I have my mic adjusted, that we can just hopefully move through it okay. There's a bunch of mugs. Oh, stuff scattered everywhere. Okay. Oh, actually, the music just turned. That's good. The music just turned off when I walked in here. Okay, let's see really quick and look when we have a brief break in the music here. Is there anything that I can see? I don't see anything. Let me know if you guys see anything. I found that golf trainer earlier. So, okay. I think that's going to be the only thing I found at any Goodwill today so far in the sporting goods section. Okay, let's check another aisle here. Not push our luck with this music. Okay, we're kind of in the metal, although there's some stuff in here like this, which leave behind. Giants now. Porcelain items. Kind of. Maybe they're in the process of moving things around because everything's kind of, the mugs on the end caps just kind of scattered around here. Yeah. Let's look around this way and see what's over here. I don't like any. Not like what I'm seeing. Well, that's interesting. A glass. It's really modern. Doesn't look very good. So I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to even entertain that. Okay. Mugs. This is typically where they are. But I don't see anything there. Okay. Let's check out the Target aisle. I'll let you know if there's anything there. All right. Things aren't looking very good here. So we're going to head on out. This will probably be the last Goodwill for this video. We're going to check out another one. And hopefully that one's okay. They have the boutique attached to it. So we're going to go. Hopefully we'll see what's going on there. In my opinion, kind of striking out here today, but maybe that's so much luck at one Goodwill this past weekend that you really can't complain too much. So let me just show you here really quick, flip it around. And I'm still going to check this out. I don't know if I'm going to take that. We're taking the Taylor NG Cat Bowl. This is a Casio keyboard, which is $27, so I'm still debating what to do with that, if I'm going to take it or not. It's a bit of a heavier item and longer, so definitely more difficult to ship. But stay tuned for the end. Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the video, and hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Goodwill. 2 Goodwills in that one. The day was a dud at both. I didn't walk away empty-handed. But overall, as far as, volume, we got nothing. But like I mentioned in the video, that weekend before, we got some great items and good volume. The next day I went to the flea market. I got some great items. The flea market, I always walk away with great volume for the week. I just went earlier today, the day of me actually, finishing this video. I went over to Goodwill and I got about, I think I got 21 items at a Goodwill. One Goodwill. And then you got 21 items that I can list and that it will be profitable. So, if one day is a failure, go back the next day. Try a different Goodwill. I will say that for garage sales, though, the ratio as far as, success versus not success, unsuccessful, successful versus unsuccessful, is high. You really got to go to a lot of garage sales. if that's all you're concentrating on. You'll see a lot. You don't see that on my channel, but on other channels you will see people going to garage sales. You will not see how many garage sales they've been to prior to the one where they actually pick up the items, the ones featured in the video. There's a lot in between, and around my area, it's a lot of clothes, and I'm not really a clothing reseller. You guys know this. I talk about it. And then, when we do hit, it's very rare that you actually go to that one garage sale and boom, 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 you're picking up items, like this here. It's rare. It doesn't happen all the time. As a matter of fact, most of the time, it's always the near the last garage sale, and it's usually one that's not even listed. Maybe there's like one sign, and that one turns out to be the best garage sale out of all. You just stumble upon it by accident. But garage sales, that's one of the reasons why I focus on Goodwills, flea markets. I'm going to one location which has a bunch of stuff, so that way the odds of me actually finding something great and profitable to list the odds are good. The odds are in my favor. That's again, I've talked about gambling and stuff like that before. You're always trying to shape, I guess, the odds so that way you have a better chance of winning or success. So let me just show you one thing before we get into the what sold. It was kind of funny because we were at Goodwill this past weekend with my wife, and I was making a joke about something, and I picked up this purse, and I was like, and I said it said like, well, look at this purse, for example, and then I picked it up, and I was like, wait a second, hold on, that felt, it gave me like, it was like, what, that feels kind of odd. So of course I opened it up, and lo and behold, this is a Brighton purse. And so it's like, I kind of stopped mid-joke, and my wife was kind of like, what happened? Did you like glitch out or something there? And I was like, no, look what I found. It was a Brighton. I'm like, oh my, I didn't, it's kind of straight, it's that see the heart right there. It's that whole just being able to identify quality just through feel, sometimes look, sometimes I can see something and I'll be like, hey, I know what that is. Because I also found a Whitney and Davis purse as well too. I saw that. I was like, oh man, here we go. Now we're going on to the purse realm. So, but pretty cool. Just a cool little Brighton, Western leather purse here. So that was a really cool find, and unexpected find as well too. So, okay, let's jump into the what solds. And everything will appear right over here. I'm going to hold my finger here until I'm ready to go so I know exactly where to put this shot. Okay, and I don't know if this video came out, but I did make a video where I picked up these actual pool ball cue set. But we found this, already sold, $36. And in that video I did mention it's going to sell for around $40. I know I picked up at Savers, and I think it was like around $6 or $7 or so. But it just sold. And actually I sold another set as well too, not too long ago. So definitely look out for billiard balls. They do sell really well. I've never sold the individual ones. Only sold complete sets. I've even sold a miniature set before. So they sell pretty consistently. And these were used. I mean, there was tons of marks all over them. Well used. As far as vintage goes, you kind of have to... I used to play a lot of pool back in the day when I was younger, so you kind of get a feel for what's, as far as the equipment, if it's old or new. But these were definitely old, vintage ones, and they sold $36. So a nice, good set of billiard balls will sell for around $40. There are some higher-end ones, and there are some lower-end ones, but generally, if they're decent, and you can get a feel for them. If you've ever been to a pool hall, they have a certain weight to them. Again, going back to the quality, the feel, and all that, and the weight. Obviously, they're super light. They're not going to. These things were close to 10 pounds when shipping them all out. When shipping them out with packaging and everything. So just be aware of that. It's going to be about 10 pounds or so. Okay. Next item to look out for, and I've talked about watches before. It is a category. I always sell watches all the time, and so I wanted to feature this watch here. This is a Seiko, and the reason why I want to feature this Two reasons. So first of all, it's a Seiko. Seiko is a bit of a premium name, so if you do see Seiko out there and it's reasonably priced, by reasonably priced, I would say under $20 might be a little high, 15 or less, because most Seikos will probably sell around the $40 to $50 range. Most of them, not all of them. This one here was a really nice vintage. It's not, it's gold tone, so the metallic ones, the gold ones, silver ones will do a lot better than there are other lower end type Seikos, but for the most part, they're going to be right around that $40-ish range, and sometimes higher. Now, Swatches is another brand. I do sell a lot of Swatches. I have not been able to find any Swatches as of late, but Swatches generally sell really quickly. You can usually get them for $1 or $2, and those will sell for right around $20 or so, on average. There are some that are higher, some that are lower, but right on average about $20. So Seiko, right around that $40-ish range, is where you can expect to sell most of them. This is a battery-operated watch, but it is a 4-jeweled watch. So look out for if the watch states how many jewels it has. So the jewels, definitely look it up, so you can kind of see what it is. Look it up here on YouTube. Look at somebody taking apart a Rolex watch or something. You'll see little purple, they're washers basically. You'll see little purple washers in there, and those are synthetic sapphires that they put inside of them. So jewel, sapphire is a jewel. It's synthetic still, but it's still a jewel. And they'll put those in there, and they obviously they will last a very long time. I was watching I like to watch people take apart service watches, and somebody actually was servicing a Rolex watch, which I think the watch was 50 or 60 years old, and those jewels, there was some water damage, so I think one of the jewels didn't look very good because it had rust. Not that the jewel got rusted, but the metal around it rusted, so that rusting it just kind of corroded around the jewel. The jewel was perfectly fine. It was just the corrosion from the metal. But they have little jewel washers on the inside of these watches, and that is for because the jewel won't really wear out. That I don't know if I'm pretty sure everything eventually wears out, but sapphire is a pretty hard material, and I don't know. I'd have to look it up to see if a sapphire, the jewels inside watches ever do wear out. I'm pretty sure they do over time, but for the sake of just my video, if you see jewel, or if it says 4-jewel, obviously the more jewels the better. You'll know it's a good, better quality watch. Okay. Seiko watch, $50. So great sale. Great pickup. Look out for Seiko. Then Barbie. Now you see me probably pass up a lot of Barbies in my videos because most of them are not worth it at all. They'll have them priced up. Around 15, 16. Loose Barbies might be like $5 maybe at Goodwill. One still inside the package. I think our Goodwill, one of the Goodwills around here had a bunch of Barbies, and they had them all priced, I think, between $60 on the low end and up to $40, and none of them were worth it at all. But this one was. There's always exceptions to every single rule. Barbie, Chinese Lunar New Year, signature doll, $60.60 is what it sold for. So great sale. And here is one also. They paid the full asking price on this one. If you notice the shipping charge on this one, $15.88. Again, I made a mistake on the shipping. It should not have cost that much, but they paid it. They ended up paying it. The actual cost, because it was only going to Arizona, so I think it was like $7.50 or so. So not too far. So it was almost half the price. It was sold via promoting, so that extra money that I'm making off the shipping, it will help make extra profit, I guess. Now they bought it, they agreed to pay the shipping, and what happened was I didn't put in the right dimensions for the box, and I gotta pay more attention to my listings, because that probably is what maybe held this back from being sold sooner. I mean, $15 isn't necessarily outrageous, but it's definitely, it should have been a lot less. Like I said, I was going to Arizona, it was almost double. It was, what they paid was almost double what I actually paid for the label. So I think the dimensions, I accidentally put 18 by 12, I think it was. So it threw the pricing. And calculated shipping is what I use all the time for my listings, and I definitely recommend it because every time there's postage rate increases, they do happen throughout the year, and if you do flat rate, you're going to need to be adjusting all your listings every time that happens. It does happen. Usually I think about 2 or 3 times a year is when it happens. So I just leave it on calculated. I've always done calculated. Never had a problem with calculated. The issue that a lot of people can run into with calculated shipping is not putting in the proper weight and dimensions like I'm talking about right now, because I didn't do that with this listing. I made a mistake. Someone still paid for it. And one way I stay on top of the proper dimensions and weight is I order my boxes. And yep, you can go around find boxes. I still keep boxes and stuff like that. Sometimes I find boxes at Costco, but I order my boxes. I get all kinds of different sizes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say I get all kinds of different sizes. I get certain sizes that I know I've been using based on the items I pick up. And this is like over 20 years of experience. This is one of the Uline. That's where I order primarily all my boxes from. I do order some stuff from Amazon as well too, but primarily boxes come out of Uline. Nice, flat, easy to store. This is a great size, overall size, 12 by 10 by 10. This fits a lot of items. As a matter of fact, for the pool balls, I used one of these, and I just cut this down so I can make it a lot. So the isn't so high. I don't have to use so much packaging material. So I just cut it down to size. Don't get crazy. Start buying all these different sizes for boxes. You're just gonna have a bunch of sizes laying around, wasting money on shipping. Buy a universal size and just cut them down. Cut them down. These are less than $1 a box. So one of these days I'll get around to an actual shipping video. There's a lot that goes into shipping. So making a whole shipping video is kind of a lot of work. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the content. Leave a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we'll catch you in the next video.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Welcome everybody to the video. Welcome to the channel. We're going into the flea market. Today's a Wednesday. I need to get out here probably Wednesday and Friday. I won't be doing a live show. Well, by the time this video comes out, it won't even matter because, my son's having a procedure, so I'm gonna definitely try to get out here at least 2 days to the flea market this week. We'll see how that goes. Trying to find items for eBay, buy low, sell high. Like the video by hitting the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell notification down below. Let's get in there, see what we can find. Okay, here we go. Let's go. I'm gonna go check out our usuals here. Right off the bat, that are usually here up in the front. You guys see the keyboard guy? I'm not sure. I'll have to walk over there. I'll probably swing by towards the end. Okay, let's go this way first. Oh, pardon me. I'm gonna take a peek over here to the right really quick. I'll probably come back to that one, but oh man, let's go here. Okay. Trying to see what's over there. Come on. So we got here.
Mami.
Cart's right there. Go around this way. Come around over here really quick. Let's move this way. Kind of park this over. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh. Okay. All right. A little bit of congestion here. Lots of people.
Mi niño estaba jugando con el camión aquí ayer, pero no tenía monas, y entonces como ya tenía monas, yo tenía bueno que se quede con el... ¿Sabe la que se la mienta? ¿Sabe?
These are some, what do you call it? Wi-Fi mesh system here. Get that. That up there. Let's see what else we got. Oh man, I can never almost pass up Legos. Looks like house. Oh, I'll pick that up. Super Bowl. I'll pick up shit. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Oh yeah. Pick that up. We'll get Legos for sure. Legos right there. Super Bowl. We'll get that. We'll get a good deal on that one.
Ajá. Ajá. A lo mejor.
Okay. We'll ask about this stuff here.
Oh, sí, sí, le estás...
All right. Got a lot of, like, oh, pardon me. Tight. Oh, a lot of stuff out here. Okay. All right, so we did pay a little bit. So each of those things we paid $10 for each of the little mesh router things there, which I was hoping to get it for less, but I got the Lego set pretty cheap. I got the Wilson glove and I got the earrings. So $40 for everything. I think it's a pretty good deal. We should make some money on that.
It's fit. I did it. I have to quit tomorrow. They can see me. It's yours. It works. I put it here.
Electronic football. This is a modern. By the way, today's a holiday. It's health monitoring system. It's the 13th. Cartridge reader, power adapter, USB. We'll look this up really quick. So no, so the post office is closed. I think banks are closed. Federal holiday, so I don't have to do any any shipping. Well, I mean, we still got to get our orders ready for the next day, but let me look this stuff up here. Alright, so I picked up these two things here. I'm not really sure, maybe about 30 and 30, we'll see. Got them for $6 each. Just gonna look these up really quick. 6. Okay. Oh, my thing's on hold. Fix that. Okay. That is good, and let's keep moving. Yeah, let's what congested area right here. Let's move away from this part right here. Although I kind of want to take a look over here.
$1, everything's $1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I was walking right by and I spotted something over here that might be good. Requires, holy cow. Let's take a look really quick. Is this the power cord for it? Or is power cord for that thing? Let's see really quick. Okay, I didn't really... It is not one of the more higher... Oh man, always saved $1. Maybe I'll pick it up for $1. It's,
No, esa no es de $1.
that's not $1? Okay.
No. Eso dame.
We're not getting it today.
Alright, that answered that. Perfect, that kind of saved me. I didn't want to buy it. I really didn't want to buy it, but... I didn't really want to buy it, but I wasn't going to pass it up if it was $1, so... It's just not one of the higher end ones. Looks like a slower mover, I think. Let us... A lot of music over there. I think what I want to do... See, the problem is there's not much usually down this aisle. It's just right here on the ends. Concentrate on the ends, so... Okay. Nothing really there. It's over here. Okay, let's do this right. No, it's not. Kind of crazy. Okay. Let's go. What we're going to do is we're going to hook around over here and then go up the middle and see if right here. Okay, let's go this way. Let's see if I can cut through this way. I just want to see what kind of glass this guy has over here. Park this right here really quick. Park that really quick. I just want to take a look over here, and then we're going to go see what Lupa has. All right, I don't. Okay, didn't see anything there. All right, let's keep moving here. All right, here we go. Here we go. First and foremost, an Apple workstation.
Ahí está otro ahí.
Probably like AMD. Usually it's AMD. I don't know, it's a G4G 120. That's SanDisk, solid state drive. I don't know if I really want to deal with that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's move the cart here. Move the cart. Move the cart over here. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, I think the music turned off now, but I just picked up a few things here. I'm gonna get a vintage hat here, and then 3 vintage little jumpsuits. So $1 each is what we paid for them all. Let me see on this side. We go around here. There was somebody there just bumping music. It wasn't any of the vendors playing the music. It was just a regular shopper just standing. I wouldn't even say a shopper. He was just standing there where the big old stair goes again. Okay, let's do this here. It's pretty cool. Are they? Okay. Didn't go well. That did not go well. That came right off. Okay, we're not gonna get that. What's this right here? A radio. I think we're gonna get the I gotta get away from that music. How much for the box here?
¿Cuánto vale la...?
Okay.
No, el pantalón vale 10.
Thank you. Yeah.
Y tú estás chiquito, pues, flaco. Pero es lo que se usa, grandes así.
Oh, de veras, ¿verdad? Para andar bien inflado.
Yes, I think the jumpsuits are kind of vintage nylon. I was kind of hoping they were like down, but it's polyester, you know, for the insulation. They should do pretty well. Okay, this is $5, so let's go ahead and pay. Thank you very much. What are these right here? Looks like a headphone case of some kind. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep moving. Holy cow. Cuckoo clocks and grandfather clock, or I forget. I think it's like grandfather, and then there's a smaller one. Is it the grandmother clock? I don't remember. So I know there's like a grandfather clock, but that's usually a larger one. Biggest problem with cuckoo clocks is if they work or not. now we're gonna start weaving back. Okay, I'm gonna start take a look at a few of these vendors, see if there's anything here. I'll let you know. Typically higher prices though.
Hola, señor. Hola otra vez.
Here. Oh, stud sensor. Took me a while to register what that was. Stud finder. Looks like a... Okay.
Ya ves que el pico, el final es así como un ancla.
Yes. All right, we'll see how much. Oh wait, there we go. This isn't going to be bad. Let's see. Decent shape. Not a bad name to look out for. How much for got that guy, got the wig, and then the makeup bag. Sure, I could do that. That's fine. There you go. Cool. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Got that. Got the wig. That wig reminds me of Mama's Family. One of the reasons why I picked it up. Also, it is vintage, made in Japan. So that should do pretty well. The creative thing should do really, the wireless receiver, that should do really well. Not really sure what the pricing would be, what I would price that just yet. The MZ Wallace bag, I've purchased that brand before, so it should be like 20 or 30 bucks for that guy on its own. All right, well, what do we got here? What's this? Oh. Brass. Made in Western Germany. So it's probably brass coated with silver or sterling silver. So I was kind of drawn to these handy cams, and the issue is going to be, there's no batteries with them. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's go this way. So, a couple things you definitely have to worry about when you're here. First, you know, when you see a lot of great stuff, you know, that's sitting there, you've already gone through it, or maybe you come later in the day and you still see the stuff there, more than likely there's an issue. Most of the time it's just, you know, the price is just a little bit too much. So definitely something to keep in mind. Okay. The mechanics on that looked a bit odd. Okay, let's move out of here. The other thing too is when people say this is what it's going for online, and the keyword is going for, not sold. I just saw somebody comping something out and they're going off what people were asking. So I'm asking people to ask, really whatever they want. But what something ultimately goes for is what people want to pay for it. So just be aware of that. I'm going to swing back around to the front. If I see anything else here on this side, I'll let you know. But I'm going to go to the front. Alright, is this recording? Yes, it is. I'm just walking down an empty section here. This section typically isn't filled, or there's no vendors usually here on Wednesday. But there's music over there, so I'm coming this way really quickly. Just end this part of the video, then we'll get to the what's sold right after this. But the other things to look out for too is when vendors are saying dollar, 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 doesn't mean everything's a dollar. So be cautious with that. If someone says, oh, these are all made in France, and like these ones here, where is it at? Before you say, all these are made in France, first thing I say, look it up, Japan. So always try to know a little bit more, inspect the item. The other thing too is if someone says it's brand new, they'll say, oh, hey, this item's brand new. And always check it out and look it up. Don't ever take their word for it. A lot of these people are, honest, and I think they generally think things are brand new, or they believe they're made here or there. But sometimes they could be wrong. So you just have to, do your own homework, inspect the items, just try to know, just try to be well informed. But a lot of people I regularly deal with, I don't have any issues with. People I don't really deal with that often, you'll run into the issues like I talked about. This is what the item's going for. It's not what it's sold for. It's made here, but in reality it's not really there. So just be cautious. Make sure you're inspecting everything. Do your homework. Use Google Image if you can. And that's it for the flea market. Let's go to what's sold. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to the flea market. Got some great items. Look out for MZ Wallace. If you saw that little quilted bag I picked up, that thing sold almost immediately after me listing it. MZ Wallace, I've sold the purses before. Look out for clutches, anything with MZ Wallace on it. It's a great brand. The most recent, other than that it was like a makeup bag. Other than that makeup bag I picked up, a purse I last sold from them was a nylon purse, purple and pink, and that went overseas, I think over to England for about $160. I think there's a spot on my glasses. I can kind of see it. It's incredibly hot, so if you see me sweating, it's insanely hot over here in California. We're talking over 100 degrees. I think it was 105 or 6 today. It was wild. We're getting back to normal, getting back to the 80s here in a few days, so that's going to be really nice to get back to normal summer weather around here. So and then you saw me pick up that trinket box as well too. That was pretty cool. Pirate ship. I never see a pirate ship. Every time I'm always finding more and more elaborate trinket boxes. I think I showed one in my previous video. There was like a what do you call it? A lizard one I found. I mean, they're really cool. I don't collect those, but I do like them, and I like to buy and sell them, and I know people like to buy them as well too. They're just really cool. They're really intricate and cool. I have given some out that I have found that I know that people will like. What I do collect are Janine mugs. One thing I do collect. I collect a lot of things. You guys know I collect Legos. I'm a huge Lego buyer, but I'm also a Janine mug buyer. And let me tell you, my collection of Janine mugs, I need to find more space for these because I'm running out of space. But there's just a really cool, well-made mug. Be careful because there are imitations out there, but that's the symbol you want to look for. Some of them do just have, let me put my face behind there so you can see it. So some of them do just have the symbol, and some of them actually have, the whole, this right here, the symbol and the, you know, what year it was made and all that stuff. So additional information. But really cool. This is Hotel del Coronado. Not sure how to pronounce that properly, but that's a really cool mug. Definitely a little bit of a different shape than I'm typically used to when it comes to Disney mugs, but pretty easy to spot with because of this logo there. And this other one is here from Napa Valley. And I do have another Napa Valley one, but I don't have this one. This is a pretty cool one to add to the collection. So that's really nice. Yeah, every time I find a Janine mug, which I typically find about Goodwill, you know, I know it's going to be a good day. I've mentioned that in some videos recently, I believe. But anytime I find a Janine mug, I know it's going to be a good day. And sure enough, the last couple of times I've found Janine mugs, you know, I found some items worth well over $100. So those videos are coming out soon. Otherwise, let's get to the what's sold here. We got some cool what's sold items. And everything will appear right over here. Cool, unique items. Hopefully helps you guys out looking for items. You know, not just the obvious, like, you know, Apple products or, you know, Beats headphones, Nike shoes. When it comes to, like, you know, when it comes to glass and stuff like that, you know, pottery like Lenox, or, you know, you try to get, you know, away from the obvious and the more unique and items that you won't necessarily think that you can resell, and you might be passing them up, but I'm here to tell you, you can sell these things, and most of these don't have any, or don't have much of a sell-through rate. So, you know, if you're just going according to the data will probably tell you to leave it behind, but I'm here to tell you sometimes the data isn't right, or if there's no data, sometimes you got to rely on your instinct. And okay, let's drop these will appear right over here. Okay, so right off the bat, we have a vintage brass belt buckle. Now, I sell a lot of belt buckles. So, I pick them up all the time. These vintage ones, brass ones, just really cool, intricate ones. You can't pick them up for too much because most of them are going to go for between $15 and $20. This one here is the exception to the rule, $31.58. I sent out an offer and someone picked up on it. Now, this is pure subject matter. Kaiser Permanente. It's a local hospital, started in California, but it's branched out to other parts of the country as well too, but more known for California. So Kaiser Hospital is a local hospital. Vintage, mind you, very vintage, 1979 brass belt buckle. And why did I pick this up? Well, because Kaiser's pretty big here in California, and I assume somebody would probably, a lot of people have worked at Kaiser, and I knew that somebody would probably want this, just because it's so well known. It actually did not sell in California. It sold to someone in Maryland, which I do believe there is a hospital in Maryland now. I believe, not 100% sure. However, this is something that there was no sell-through rate on it. There was nothing really for me to actually go on at all. Brass, you could do brass belt buckles, but you're going to get thousands and thousands and thousands of listings. But I just knew, based on my experience, you know, that this would sell, and this would sell for a little bit more of a premium than other standard vintage brass belt buckles. So some of the more common belt buckles, Western belt buckles, you know, anything Western can do pretty well. Again, around $15 and $20. You want to spend under $5 for these belt buckles, and you want to stick to probably just vintage ones, brass. I mean, if you find anything silver, sterling silver, I mean, pick it up for sure. I mean, if you get it at a great deal, but pretty, you know, rare and far and few between for me. Okay, next item over here is a journal or a scrapbook. It's a pregnancy tracker. Now, a lot of people are getting pregnant. People are having babies all the time, right? And so some people do, you know, keep track of their, you know, the 9-month period. I mean, this is 10 months, but I mean, I guess the first month of the baby, or I'm not sure. But either way, people keep track of this stuff, and definitely look out for it, especially the vintage stuff. I got a bunch of this vintage pregnancy type of stuff, and it's slowly been selling. It's not a fast seller, but it's slowly been selling, so you don't want to pay too much for these. I got these in a big old bundle where it came out to like 20-something cents, I think, per item. So I'm not into it very much. We're not making a crazy amount of money. We are definitely doing well, as far as, you know, the profit margin. And they're all books or scrapbooks, so they're very light. They go less than a pound, and put them in some cardboard and a poly mailer, and, you know, piece of cake. These things go out. But, you know, with this one here, there wasn't even any there was no what do you call it, a brand or anything associated with it. You know, some of these come out, a lot of these come out of Hallmark, but there was no Hallmark or anything with it. It was just a vintage journal. So, you know, I just started using keywords: vintage journal, scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is very big, so definitely look out for scrapbooking. Obviously, it's a pregnancy tracker, so I threw pregnancy in there, tracker. So keep your eye out for this stuff. It will sell. Some of it will be a bit of a slower seller. You know, and people like vintage. People, you know, like I said, people are getting pregnant and having babies. So, you know, I thought this would be perfect. And also, too, the design of the actual book. Sorry, my eyes are watering, too, as well. So I'm not crying or anything. My eyes are watering. And just the look of the book as well, too, just kind of took me back to my childhood era. You know, just the design of it. I'm pretty sure this was around the 80s. It wasn't dated or anything, but I'm pretty sure this was around the 80s. Has an 80s look to it. And anything 80s, you know, just really catches my eye. And just because that's, you know, a decade that I grew up in. I was young in. I grew up through that era. So I saw all this stuff, you know, and anything that takes me back to that era. You know, I've talked about it before. I'm collecting items that kind of take me back to that era, time, and anything like this stuff. You know, I'm not, you know, necessarily, you know, thinking that this stuff is cool. Like this is cool. I mean, it's cool because it's not cool for me to collect, but it's cool because it kind of takes me back to that time. If you get what I'm saying, I hope. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys get what I'm saying here. So really cool, and it's sold. So it's not crazy amount of money, but it's still sold, and we're still getting things moving. It's a sale. Okay. Another thing I like to sell and collect is barware. You guys know I've talked about this. I'm a huge whiskey. I drink whiskey. I'm not gonna say whiskey. I was gonna say whiskey drinker, but I drink whiskey. And I have a, you know, fairly small collection of whiskey, and I collect decanters. I collect you know, branded stuff. So this was a Hendrix. Hendrix is a gin, very good gin, actually. One of my favorites and preferred gins when it comes to gin. I don't drink that much gin, but I do like a good gin and tonic, especially, you know what, on a day like today, on a day when this heat wave is moving through our area, a gin and tonic, perfect, really good. So Hendrix is a really good gin. Like I said, one of my personal favorites. Found this shaker bottle, sold for $43.03. Now, shakers generally aren't really worth too much, so this is all in the branding. Now, Hendrix is, you know, you don't really see their stuff out there. Just like I have something right here. Just like Belvedere vodka. You know, I've talked about Belvedere vodka. It's a Belvedere vodka glass. Excuse me. You just don't see. Sorry, excuse me, if I need some water. You just don't see these distilleries or these brands, their stuff out there that often. You see a lot of, what do you see, like, as far as vodka goes, you see a lot of Grey Goose. As far as, you know, whiskey, you see a lot of Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, you know, these big distilleries. As far as gin, trying to think of, like, what I'm seeing gin-wise. I guess gin is kind of rare as far as what they brand stuff. I mean, I've seen Tanqueray stuff, and Tanqueray is fairly common. Blue Sapphire, I don't think I've seen Blue Sapphire. But this is the first time I've ever seen anything branded, I guess, gin. So Hendrix, I saw it there, picked it up. I think there was a sold comp for around $30-ish, and that was it. There was really nothing else listed. So I picked it up. I was like, hey, you know, I'm pretty sure this will sell. People buy barware. People are barware collectors. I'm a barware collector. So, sure enough, $43.03 is what that sold for. Let me know what you guys are finding out there. Let me know what you guys think are cool, unique, anything that you've picked up. You know, that might not be your typical things that you would think to resell. Yeah, I sell Nike shoes. I sell Apple products. I sell you know, Beats. I sell all the, you know, the main, you know, the stuff that should be selling all the time. I sell it, and it sells all the time. G.I. Joes, toys. I just sold some newer G.I. Joe figures. So this is the cool, unique stuff that just requires a little more insight, a little more experience to sell. And I'm hoping that, you know, you guys are learning from what I'm doing. It's one of the reasons why I want to stick to showing you guys what I've sold and showing you, like, you know, the titles I'm using, the keywords I'm using. And sometimes I'll throw that out there, you know, when I'm picking stuff up, what keywords to use to help get these items sold. Because some of these items, that, like I said, like that baby tracker, you know, pregnancy tracker book, you know, there's no what do you call it? There's no branding on it to help you. You know, sometimes the brand is everything, but it's tough. And I'll probably do a separate video based on, you know, how to kind of, you know, sell items that are kind of more unique and what kind of keywords and stuff to use and all that. So that'll be a separate video altogether. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. And hope you guys are staying cool out there. You know, it's summertime in the U.S. Well, if you're, you know, not in the U.S., then it might not be summertime for you. However, it's summertime here in the U.S. I know a lot of people are dealing with the heat waves right now. I know there was a huge storm that moved through the Gulf of Mexico. Hope everybody's staying safe out there and staying cool as well, too. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you. Oh, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like the video. No. Subscribe by hitting the thumbs up button. Like the video. No. I'm doing it all wrong. Like the video by hitting the thumbs up, subscribe, bell notification to get notified when these videos come out, and comment down below if you have any, you know, questions, or comments on my trip over to the flea market. Thank you. Thanks for watching. That's the word. That's what I'm looking for.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. We're over at Goodwill. This was the Goodwill that was hosting the 3-day sales upgrade event. So we're getting back in there. This is already, you know, a few days after that. So the sun kind of seems like a camera or something going on up there. But let's get in there, see what we can find for eBay. Buy low, sell high. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, bell notification. All right. So far, we just walked in. Okay. Got a nice little glass swan. $5.59. It's not Murano quality or anything, but well, look at the bottom. Bottom is nicely polished, but there is a chip. So, yeah, is that chip on these? Yeah, there's a chip. We'll leave it behind there. This little hat was kind of funny. That's the price I was hoping for.
Welcome, Google customers. The code over the week is blue, which means all items with a blue ticket will be 20% off. All purchases by final and items without price will be returned and sold at other days. Thank you for shopping.
Kind of cool with the speckle in there. As you heard, you get the blue tags. We don't really pay attention. I don't really pay attention to the color of the tag because for some reason I just never find them. Got the green. Artichoke down there. A couple of artichokes. Okay. My wife is not here with me today. She ended up staying home. Like I discussed, my son had all 4 wisdom teeth taken out. Everything was successful. Everything went smooth. It only took about 45 minutes, which I was a little bit shocked at how quickly that went. Maybe because we got in there early. Or we had an early appointment, I should say. There's those Jim Shore that we've been seeing in there. They're still priced too high for us to make a profit on. There's Stanley in there. Some headphones, but not a brand that's really worth it. Like the LG behind the neck do really well. keyboard. And okay, let's go to the back. Let's go see. Nothing really yet. But you never know. You never know what you're going to find. Okay, let's go check this out. There's another swan there. So someone donated their swan collection. It's really clear, crystal clear. And it's not signed or anything, but they want you a little bit more for that one. They wanted $6.79. So we'll definitely have to pass up on that. You guys know I'm not necessarily a fan of silverware, but it's really easy to list and store. And so if I find a nice collection, I saw some Oneida right off the bat, but I don't think they're all. See, there's some right there, but the other ones are Cambridge, Rogers. We'll leave that behind. And plus they want $8, so I don't think just those few Oneida are going to be make the bag worth it. I've seen this one laying around there. Okay, I'm still. You know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to mix it up a bit. My wife isn't here, and typically she would be going through the miscellaneous glass and pottery section right now. So I'm going to do that right now, and hopefully we'll find something. Hopefully, put that around. Okay. No. All right, well. Okay, I didn't see anything there. Move on. There's a gigantic Indominus Rex hiding behind here. Thing's huge. What have they got on that? 16 something? I do believe the tail comes off of it and can make it a little bit easier to ship, but that's still going to take a rather large box. I might look it up, but they want 16 something. I don't think it's really worth it. Could try to sell that local, which, you know, simple way to create your own wireless hotspot. Internet. Oh. Yeah, no. I thought it was something else. Okay. We're looking for the keyword. This isn't it. Doxis 3.1. This is actually a combo router modem switch thing, which I definitely highly recommend you stay away from. I know it's easy, all in one box, it looks nice, but you really got to spread out that work along your network. I mean, if you know somebody that can do it, that's a it's basically setting up your computer network like a kind of like an enterprise grade. Oh, look at this! Woohoo! Well, I'll probably check to see if there's a light. Is there a light in there? Yeah, there's a light in there. We'll definitely check to see if that works. There was a frog as well too, which is I don't know where I put that bag for the frog. I gotta find it. I think by the time this video comes out, I would have found that frog, but very similar. Oh, these old school milkshake. What brand we got here? Hamilton Beach. My cousin back in the day, he was older than I, but when we used to be at my grandmother's, we'd spend the weekend there, hanging out. He would make milkshakes. I really, don't know exactly what he used to mix it, but hey, they were good. Next box. Look at that. What do they want for it? $25. You don't even know if it works. Well, I guess you can plug it in and see if it turns on at least. What is this? Little like flash drive there going. I don't know if I feel like. Look at this. Hard drive's missing, so. I think they sold some of them without a hard drive, but the ones you really want at least have a hard drive in them. All right, I'm going to keep going through this. I'm going to see if I find anything, and I'll let you know. Okay, we're over in the clear glass now. The toys didn't appear to really be anything there. This is where I found the Tiffany & Co. Candle holders, pedestal candle, I believe is what you call that. But I did find those here. There's a nice. I mean, nicely. Definitely want to look, see if it's nicely polished. It's definitely a sign of a little bit more quality. Obviously, if it had some sort of a name attached to it, but this design is fairly generic. It's not. I mean, it's definitely nice. The fact that it's nice and polished bottom, but probably only. Maybe at the most $15 is what it would sell for. Nice little glass. Kind of generic, not really the best quality. Like these ones right here, these ones really pop, but this looks like it was a lid to something. A deviled egg server. I can't stand deviled eggs. What do we got back here? This is nada. Nothing. There's nothing. Can't find anything. Is that it? The event's over and that's it? Back to normal? You would think it would continue with, a little bit more of a... it doesn't really feel that good. Continue with bringing some more good stuff out here. I don't know, did other Goodwills suffer because they were bringing stuff out here? I don't know. I didn't really see anything in the glass. Let's swing out here to the purses. Now, I always say purses, but really I'm coming to the backpacks and the wallets and stuff. This is where the wallets reside, are near the backpacks. Wallets and or fanny packs or small bags get put here. Oakland A's, looks homemade. What is this? This is Target. And again, I'm not really seeing too much here. And as far as the bags go, I really don't need any bags. I have been selling some more backpacks as of late, but still have quite a few. Myra bag? Myra bag, let's see. What's drawing me in is this like kind of rustic look to it. It's got like a, I guess you would put this through there, then clip it on. Quality is not bad. Made in India. Well, it's... Alright, let's look it up really. We'll look at the price first. This little 11. Alright, let's take a look really quick. Okay, we found that it probably should go for right between $20 to $40. And maybe if it was $5 I would get it, but not for 11. It is going to take a little bit more effort to ship that out. I mean, there's definitely profit and You know, if I was, fix that camera. If I was, you know, really needing product right now, I would probably pick that up. Price that about $40. Okay, we're getting to the higher music here. Let me kind of update the camera here. I see some hats right here that have been left by 7 1/8, and they want $10. That's why it was left there. Okay. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry. It's okay. All right, let's move on to the other hats. So there was definitely somebody that went through this stuff, and it's an old starter. Went through the hats, everything. I sold an old starter jersey one time. It was yellow gold, like similar to this. And I sold for $40. XL starter, Olympian blue. It's got like a pocket right here. It's kind of intriguing me. Maybe we'll take a look at it. Not really one of my expertise because I don't really focus it on clothing that much. If I focus more on it, and I just don't want to. I'd rather just snap up the obvious, you know. But starter was back in my day. Everybody had starter jackets, starter jerseys. Everything had to be starter. I'll definitely look up to see what starter sleeveless shirts are going for right now. Oops, there goes the camera. That's Saratoga Soccer. City of Saratoga, which isn't too far from here. Good wineries once you get out there in that area. Testarossa, I believe that's in Saratoga. DHL. You really can't. You gotta stay away from those, just because people can buy them and impersonate. And eBay doesn't like that. Doesn't like the selling of them. Okay, let's keep moving here. As you can see, I opted to leave that starter jersey behind. Probably $12-ish or so dollars, but yeah. But we're gonna wrap this up here. Just making a pass to look at the shoes. See if there's anything here. Interesting, look kind of like a, wow. Yeah, nah. Pass that up. But that's going to wrap up the video. Stay tuned for the end. We're going to do the what sold. 3 what solds usually. And hopefully some cool, unique items have sold recently, and I'll put that at the end of this video. Thank you for watching.
Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Goodwill. We didn't pick up too much of that trip, and that's going to happen from time to time. I believe I had something else to do as well that day, but I was like, I'll pop in really quick. I'm here. But I did get that that lamp. It's an elephant lamp. Kind of Tiffany style, but in my opinion, it's a bit of a stretch to call it a Tiffany style. Typically, you find those in turtles, so it's kind of odd because just the back of the elephant was a was the glass part, which kind of, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but typically like turtles, you know, it's the shell part of the thing that's actually the glass, that the illumination from the light comes through. But pretty cool. Should sell for about $30, $40. And some of the best advice I can give you guys is don't buy anything. Don't go out there at Goodwills and just start buying up everything you could possibly get your hands on. Don't start, if you don't see profit there, don't just jump into it and just be like, all right, well, you know, I'm just going to go and pick this up because I got to get something. Don't do that. Best advice I can give you guys is just don't buy any. If you're not seeing it, don't buy. Save your money. Go to another Goodwill. Go to the flea market. Go somewhere else where you might have better luck. Here, there was only one item that I saw, and I only made one pass. I didn't really, you know, go up and down aisles a second time again, which I always definitely recommend, is going back and forth over what you already looked at, because always getting a second pair of eyes helps. I mean, I can't tell you how often or how many times I go back over the same aisle again or look at the same shelf again. And with, after looking through everything, I go back, I look at the same shelf, and I'm like, hey, look at that. There's a great piece of, glass or pottery or a toy that I missed. I remember one time I found some great computer hardware, some memory, brand new. And I had looked in the aisle, I think 3 times already, and I went back over just one more time to put something away or put something back. And I saw there was some memory, like $80 memory kit for a computer. And I was like, oh, how did I miss that? It was just sitting there. And they weren't stocking shelves or anything. It was just sitting there. And I just totally, looked over it the times I had initially looked in that section. So definitely go back over everything, review everything, review what even when you're putting stuff back, go back, look around, keep looking, because you never know what you're going to find. And if you don't see it, don't force the issue. Don't make bad purchases. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck with items that don't sell, or you might have to reduce price, and then you just lost money on that. So sometimes you go in, you don't see it, you walk out, or maybe you buy 1 or 2 things, and then you move on down the road. Okay, but let's go ahead and check out some what solds. And we have some unique items. One that seems obvious, but might not be too obvious. I'll explain what I'm thinking right now. Give me one second. Let me get into my what solds here. Okay, so everything will appear right over here to my right. And right off the bat, we got a Max accessory pack. So this is for the Spooky Town or Halloween collection. And this was just like a little graveyard scene with some gates. It's for, to add to your towns, your Halloween towns, your Christmas towns. Those are the most popular, are the holiday ones. Halloween, Christmas. They don't really make Thanksgiving, but they do make other sets, just generalized kind of. I have a lighthouse as well, too. So nothing that's necessarily associated with a holiday, but more just decor. But these ones do the best. They sell very quickly. These little accessory packs, definitely look out for them. They're not going to sell for too much, but they will sell pretty well. Department 56 is another one to look out for, and I have sold their little accessory packs as well as the large overall towns. But Max tends to be more of a premium. Every brand has their more expensive pieces, their rare pieces to look out for. But Max as a whole tends to bring more and sells a bit faster than Department 56. Department 56 wasn't always the best to pick up, but I would say over the last couple of years, maybe it has kind of picked up a bit. I tend to look at them a lot. I tend to see them a lot, and so I'm always looking them up just to be sure, because the market can change. It can change. Things can go up, things can go down. Max is pretty consistent as far as how much it goes for, especially if you stick to the Halloween and Christmas side of things. So definitely look out. Spooky Town, Max, great items. I believe these were sold in a department store at one time, but you can primarily find them at Michael's. So you probably find Halloween at Michael's right now. The day this is coming out, you could go find them right now. I know Hallmark was releasing their Christmas ornaments this past weekend. Unfortunately, we didn't get a call. So, we're looking for some of the most popular ones, obviously. So, Disneyland. So, that stuff is coming out now. People are starting to buy for that. Another thing right here, right after this, and seems obvious, Super Mario, Nintendo. But a lot of branded stuff doesn't really do as well as you might think. And I sold a lot of Nintendo stuff, around $5 to $10. That just, it's branded Super Mario. Nintendo's popular, gaming stuff's popular, but some of the accessories are just kind of cheap and they don't really sell that well. Here is a case where it did sell well. So for $60, picks up from the flea market. And initially I was thinking maybe $20 or $30 on it, but it was kind of a rare piece, and turns out $60 is what we ended up selling that for. So pretty cool. It is really lightweight. The actual piece on the inside of the wreath is just like a foam, and it is associated with Christmas. So you got not only Nintendo, Super Mario, you got Christmas involved in there, and you got that really cool pixelated look that people like. Not personally my favorite, but nostalgia, but not really my favorite as far as decor goes. But really cool Christmas wreath, Nintendo, Super Mario. You really can't go wrong with those. But definitely look them up, because most of them aren't really going to be worth it. This is one of the rare exceptions where it's branded Nintendo, it's Super Mario, and it goes for a pretty good amount. Probably because it's also associated with Christmas, and also sold in July, which is typically known as Christmas in July. Let me tell you what, growing up in California, we never heard anything about Christmas in July. Christmas was in December, and that was it. You know, once it started watching YouTube videos, other resellers, they started talking about Christmas in July. I was like, what the heck is Christmas in July? I never heard of this. Probably why it's sold now, because, you know, Christmas in July. And because Christmas stuff is starting to come out, or the holiday stuff is starting to come out now, and people are starting to think about it, focus on it. I know also Costco was selling some Halloween and Christmas decorations already. So definitely be on the lookout. Get your stuff up and listed. This stuff sells year-round, though. Okay, next thing, Disney jewelry box. Now, this isn't a jewelry like a large box where you can put a bunch of stuff in. This probably had a earring or a necklace in there. I put earring in the thing in the description, but I think it was like an earring and necklace combo type of box. But that was it. It was just a jewelry box from Disney. But I picked it up anyway. I got it from the flea market. This I only paid $1 for at the flea market. But, you know, I didn't get a picture. I didn't put a picture in here of the front of the top of the case, but it actually had little crystals on top of the case. So when I saw that, Disney Enchanted, if you buy this stuff over at the Goodwill, at Disneyland, this is easily minimum $50 or more for this type of jewelry that you find actually at the park. And of course, because it's at the park, you're going to pay a little bit more of a premium for these items. And so I figured it was a nice looking case, nicely made. It had the crystals on it. It had Disney. Came from Disneyland. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick this up. It's only $1. Sure enough, sold for $17.62. So we made some pretty good profit on that item. Definitely keep your eye out for some of these things. Be aware that not all Nintendo branded Super Mario gaming stuff necessarily goes for that much. There are rare instances. And just also keep in mind, they make a lot of this stuff. There's so many companies that make a lot of this, and some of it's just cheaply made. But there's a lot of stuff out there, so you really got to look for those key pieces. And I hope that, you know, me showing you that you guys can go out there and find that stuff as well too. Find those key pieces that are the unique ones that actually have good value and can resell pretty well. Okay, everybody, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the video of me at Goodwill, and or what you think of these What Solds. Hit the bell notification to get notified of future videos as well too. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.